Hello there, welcome to my channel. I'm super excited to be recording today's video. I will be showcasing 14 creative and unique lots that you can use in The Sims 3. Now, they don't all go together aesthetically, but that's not really the point. I wanted to show things that are just quite different to do for different save files and different aesthetics or styles or gameplay styles. And I feel like I really have a nice collection here to show for you today. So let's get started. The first one is a residential lot. It's called the Lighthouse Point, and it is created by Squircel on Mod The Sims. I just saw this and I thought it was so freaking cool. Now this lot you have to place on a beachy area, so it has to be partially on land and partially into the water, because I think that's kind of the point to this lot. So I was like testing it to see. I think I put like a 50 by 25 lot size, and I plopped it down over here by the beach area. This is the lot up close. So freaking cool. So as you can tell, it's like the name says, it is a residential lot that is a lighthouse. And just look at this detail. I mean, it's kind of like an abandoned lighthouse that someone converted into a house. You can see like parts of it, like there's a door here, maybe parts of it kind of got deteriorated with the salty air, and there were maybe other buildings here, but it got corroded as time went on. Maybe this is a really old building, you know what I mean? There's probably more detail on the post itself, but you could check that out when you go to download this if you want to. Now this part here, as you can see, it's actually like a walkable area. So like there is water here, but I think that's kind of how they elevated it on purpose. So this is a whole walkway, sort of like a bridge that takes you up to the lot. And let's go all the way down. I need to turn the lights on. So this is the first floor here. I will put the walls down. I just wanted to show what that looked like. But this is a very small space, as you can tell. There are ladders in this house only. There are no stairs. I don't know how many Sims can fit in it, but I guess we'll see as we look through this. So there's a very tiny kitchen with a personal bar for you to make drinks, and there's just a little seating area to have food. Now if you go upstairs, this is where the bedroom is, and there's like a bathroom with just a bath. It's kind of like a dirty, corroded bath, and it's a single bed. And then you go to the third floor and there's a living room. So this is more so for like a single Sim, I suppose. Maybe you could try to fit a bunk bed to fit 2 Sims if you wanted to. But yeah, this is obviously the living room space and the office space, because there's a desk over here too. And then on the top floor, it's such a cool detail. This is like a buoy, and it's kind of probably meant to be where the light is shown, like the lighthouse piece. I don't know if it functions in like live mode like that. I don't know. There might be a light at night, so that's really cool. And then as you can see here, if you go to the door, which I think there's a door here. Okay, there's a sliding door, and they would walk right here, and they would use the telescope out into the water. This is just such a creative build. I've actually never seen someone build a lighthouse that's livable like this before, where it's actually like functioning like a lighthouse. I just thought it was the coolest thing, so I wanted to add it in this video showcase. Before we go on to the next lot to showcase, I just wanted to preface, some of these lots do have store content. None of them have custom content like the title mentions, but store content will be present in quite a few of these builds. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the next lot. This is the Autumn Funfair by Jessa Beans on the Sims 3 Exchange. This lot, so there's some stuff that I actually don't own from the store that is a part of this lot, but overall I just think it's so beautiful. I have it facing the wrong way, sorry. So this is the front of the lot. If I zoom in here, you can see there's some objects that I'm missing from the store. So there's like these tables here, and there's like these couches that I'm missing, but everything else I think that they have in the lot I own. So you do need like the boardwalk set, the water mill set, I think from like the tea, I think it's the old mill brunch set, the boardwalk of course, and then there's like little things like the carousel and the like, I think it's a popcorn machine and stuff like that. But yeah, there's just so much detail in this lot. And I think if we go down, let me see. There we go. So there is like a sort of indoor section here that has like an arcade area. Again, these are from the carnival set. And yeah, this is just so freaking cute. And this has some like free store items too, like the Halloween stuff. But I think it's technically, it could function maybe as a festival lot, but I don't know if it's like its own standalone, like just like a big park. There's just so much to this lot though, and it's a wonderful theme because I love autumn time, and I just think it's, even with the stuff that I'm missing, like the couches, those are little things that I can go into Edit Town, have my own version saved and use it in my save file and just kind of edit stuff and fix it. Like, it's small things, you know? But like, you have all this stuff here, and this is perfect with the trailer tractor because you can go on hay rides with this object from Grandpa's Grove, and I think it's perfect for fall time. And there's a bunch of like pumpkin patches and stuff here too for your Sims. And I think you need from the like a la fresca market thing, there's the lemonade stand here and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a market slash like fall festival fair sort of thing, like a country fair and things like that. It's just such a beautiful lot. I really do love that one. The next lot that I wanted to show is actually a residential houseboat, and it is steampunk styled. I love steampunk, and I really wish there was like a custom steampunk world that was really like detailed and stuff like that. This houseboat here is so pretty. It is called the Golden Compass by Hollowness Devour, and I do actually have like a couple of other lots from this creator from the Sims 3 Exchange that I will be showcasing in this video as well because they just make such awesome builds. But yeah, I had to go into Edit Town mode because it wouldn't let me open it with NROS cheats in live mode for a houseboat for some reason. But it says that this is one of the Standard Merchant Guild trade ships, meant mostly for the transport of goods. This is the only unique due to the custom-made compass located on the bridge of the ship. This is just like some info about it. But yeah, let's go right into looking at this because it's just so cool. I love it. The detail's so cool. Again, you do need some store objects for this. Of course, as well, these things won't be here in live mode if you use it because these are the like debug lights. But again, I can't use NROS cheat to open it for some reason. So this is the boat on the outside. Just take a look at this. Take a freaking look at this. This is one of my most favorite houseboats I've ever seen. It's so freaking cute. I love the detail. It's just so beautiful. And yeah, oh my god, like, I'm in shock like every time that I look at it. So, like I said, there are store objects used in some of these builds. This one in particular uses a lot of the steampunk set that is from the store. I think there's like multiple sets here. I have all of them, of course, because we get very few steampunk stuff for The Sims in general, and I wasn't passing up the chance to get that. So yeah, oh, I don't think there's any lights in here either really to turn on. Maybe I can, okay, these are already turned on. So as you can see, there's so much like steampunk stuff here. What is this thing? This is the TikTok stock. Oh, interesting. That must be from a set from steampunk that I didn't realize I have. I never use it. Okay. It has like all the windows and stuff too. I just love like the gold and like dark wood like steampunk look to this, and you even have like the fish tank here. You have the phonograph here and all the different sort of like food sort of things here from the set, and it's just so pretty. And like the detail here you can see with like the steampunk contraption. I don't know if this is from a set or if that's actually from like base game or something. It's just kind of like a steam powered engine looking thing. I just love this build so much. And there's also a downstairs. I didn't really show too much. There's a bunch of actual fish tanks here too. This is more of like the port deck, of course. This is not accessible. This just has details on which, mind you, look freaking awesome. But this here, you can use a telescope, and it's kind of cool because it feels realistic for like if they were using this houseboat to go sailing around the water. I feel like this is perfect for someone who kind of like likes to go out and sail the seas and stuff like that. I just think it's really cool. But let's take a look downstairs. So this is like where the bathroom and everything is. I think that this in particular, this fireplace is either from base game or it's from, because there's two that look similar. There's either one from base game that looks like this, or it's from the world Aurora Skies, but I'm not sure which one this is. But as you can see, this is kind of just more for detail purposes. Like this is how it makes the thing run. It's probably running on certain engines and stuff. Like the detail that was put into this is just so, it's so incredible to me. Like, and you have this is a store shower. So there's a bathtub, there's a toilet, and I think this toilet is, yeah, this is from Dragon Valley. And the sink is from the store, though I don't know which set it's from, I'm sorry. This is, I think, a regular bathtub. And then this is a shower from, I think, the Serenity Retreat set. That kind of went with, like, I think, like, I'm Paradise or something, or with Sunlit Tides, I'm sorry. And there's the bedroom here, and it does fit a bed with 2 Sims. You could probably even fit a bunk bed in here too, like in the corner. Like you could make this a house for a family that like just likes to travel and stuff like that. There's also a top deck area, and this is, look at how cute. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if I was missing something here or they did this on purpose and this was just to kind of fill the area, but it doesn't really bother me because it kind of goes with it, I guess. I don't really know what this is meant to be, but it's just like storage, I guess, right? But yeah, this is sort of a little office space. And you could, of course, move this over and put a laptop, because there is a laptop that comes with the steampunk set if you obviously would need that set for this to work at all. Just to preface that, you do need the steampunk set, pretty much the entire set for this build in particular to like look at all like this, or it won't function properly. Even like the store thing here, the safe thing, such cute details with like the coins on top, the ancient coin pile. I just think it's like, I love it so much. Like, I'm going to be making like a steampunk save file eventually, and I will be using this houseboat again. I just love it. It's so good. On to the next build that I wanted to show is by the same creator. I figured I would just show all of the lots made by the same person all in like one little compilation. So the next one, I guess we'll take a look at this, is the Clockwork, Widgets, and Workshop. Now this needs the store set, I think, the Savvy Seller collection, because I think this kind of was meant to go with the world Midnight Hollow, so there might actually be some objects from Midnight Hollow that you need. Clearly I'm missing one thing here. I don't know what it was. It might be like a plant or something, but it gave this thing in place of it, but I'm not too bothered by that. And this is a produce stand that you need from the store as well, if you want that to be there, but if you don't, it'll just disappear. I don't think that's that big of a deal, you know? But let's take a look at this lot. So I thought this was just such a cute freaking lot. Now, I think I'm missing the stools that are meant to go here, so it places them with base game things, but the rest I think I have. So the majority of stuff I have with this lot, and I could always fine tune it, you know, to the rest of what I want. But you do need some, I think, steampunk stuff, but it uses a lot of stuff from, I think, the Savvy Seller collection. And is this the... Oh, this is the Elixir Consignment Shop Register. This is the one, like I said, this is a Savvy Seller collection register. You don't need it per se, but if you don't have that store set, you won't also get this door, which is a Savvy Seller collection door, which lets you set like off like a business hours on the door, and like it will probably replace it with like a base game door instead. But yeah, let's just take a look at on the other floor. So this is like the first floor, because it kind of has two, obviously, with like that hanging part. So we have this space here. It already has someone here. Nice hats that spawns on them. Okay. But yeah, I'll just put the walls up because it's kind of really open, this space. This is like the Sims Ambitions pack. This is stuff from that. This clock here is from the steampunk set, like I mentioned. And yeah, so are like some of these like gadgets here and decor pieces. There's one lamp that I don't have, I think, that was meant to be here. That might be what replaced somewhere over here. Yeah, but this is what it looks like. Again, you need like, these are kind of like steampunk things. I think this creator kind of really specialized and loved building steampunk styled like lots, so a lot of their builds I'm showing will like look like that, which I'm not complaining because I love stuff like that. But yeah, this is the gist of what it looks like. If you have all of the store objects, it will look slightly different. Obviously the chairs will change. This is a lot where I would just change the chairs myself, because I have other steampunk stuff or other set stuff I could use that would go with this. But yeah, that's like the gist of it for that. This is the back of it. It has just like some cargo looking things and stuff like that. Now these tiles might come with Midnight Hollow, so you actually might need Midnight Hollow for this lot to work. I'm not sure, but I think it was designed to go with Midnight Hollow specifically. And yeah, this is just like details here. There's like a cargo air like box space. Again, this door is from that steampunk set. This is where you use ambitions for the inventor's table, and then this again for Savvy Seller. If you want this to work, you need a Savvy Seller collection, because this is the little toy machine, and you can make a bunch of freaking toys. I don't know why I said freaking, but you can make a bunch of cool toys here, and you can, if you own the shop, you can sell them, or of course you can make them and just have toys for like your kid or your sim. So yeah, I really love this lot. It's one of my favorite lots for Midnight Hollow. I think the last lot that I have for this video that's by this creator specifically is the Strange Days Community Pool. Now, this lot in particular is not, it's more of like a cyberpunk style. So I think it uses some stuff from Into the Future, but it's meant to have a sort of dystopian look, I think, or a bit more grungy look to it, but it still uses like sort of like high-tech looking stuff. I think it's a really, really cool lot idea, and it's a community pool, but it felt slightly different to me as opposed to the usual like community pools that you would see made for The Sims 3. So I wanted to show this lot. So we'll just start on the bottom, but let me turn on all the lights because it's kind of dark. You can see they changed like the lighting too to kind of fit in with this. Now, there's some stuff I might not have from the store. They use like mostly Into the Future and stuff like that, but there might be some stuff. So if I'm missing things, I do apologize. But yeah, this is like just the bathroom area, pretty standard. And then this is where you would go to the pool area. So there is an indoor pool section as well, but this is what it looks like when you enter the lot. There's some lounge chairs here. It has the drink synthesizer station, so you can order a drink here. It does use the elevators from Into the Future. And this is what, I really like how they did the flooring here. It looks really cool. Like if you look with the lighting from a certain angle because of the flooring, it looks darker. I just think that's a really cool detail. And then you do have some fun games to play here. So there's sort of like an arcade section. And again, these are mostly Into the Future objects. So it's meant to be sort of cyberpunk, like future dystopian stuff. And yeah, then this is the outdoor section. We start to go over here. Again, there's no like bar area, but it's meant to, I guess, emulate that. So it has the like the drink synthesizer here as well. There's stuff for you to do with the fire pits here. And I just love the detail with like the plants and stuff like that too. And as you can see, like I like how they did this like cluster of the different digital plants. And you have like all these overhang of the vines here, and there's just like a big pool space here with a diving board. There's not like too much going on in it, but there's like just enough to make it really cool. And there is a second floor area, which is like an outdoor patio section, and this is a fireplace. This might be from Into the Future, but it also might be from High and Loft stuff. I could be wrong. There's a personal bar here. I love what they did here with the lights. It kind of looks like it's a part of the bar itself and makes it look really futuristic. I just think this is a really, really, really nice detail that they've added into these lots. They clearly like had like a really big eye for designing stuff, you know what I mean? And this is just like a dance floor. So there's a bunch of stuff for Sims to do here. Now, I don't know if this creator is active anymore, because I said used to create, because I think the last build they made was in like 2019 or something like that. But they've made so many amazing builds. When I shared the link for all of these builds, it'll take you to like their page. Technically, you could click on their name. If you go to their Sim studio, there will be all of their builds and the Sims that they've made available to you. So check out more of their stuff if you like the detail, like this type of design that they have, because they've made a lot more stuff than just what I'm showing. Now moving on, we will be taking a look at an exclusive lounge lot, and this is called Loveboat. It's by Kid Biscuit on the Sims 3 Exchange. This is a wedding venue. So they kind of designed it. It's meant to emulate, like it's kind of around the ocean or something like that, but I tried placing it. I tested this out. I don't think it's meant to actually be in the ocean. They just kind of made it look like it was to kind of go with the idea of it being on like a boat, you know what I mean, like a yacht. So it's an exclusive lounge, and it does use the store set from like the wedding store set, so you will need that if you want the certain objects to show up. But I thought it was really cool. It was pretty unique looking, and I figured I would showcase it. Now, I don't know how this will work with the water. You might want to block it off with the rest of the fencing so Sims can't access it during weddings, you know, so that way they don't try to swim. But let's take a look at the inside of the lot. So we do have the first floor here. I'll just turn the lights on really quick. This is the inside. It's very like lovey-dovey, super pink. It's pretty like, you know, it's very decorated and detailed, but it does kind of give me vibes of like if you were to get married somewhere at, let's say, like in Las Vegas or something like that, but like on a boat. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. And yeah, there's like an outdoor section. This is where the dining space is. And this isn't a functional one. This comes with like, I think, the wedding set. And yeah, there's spaces for your Sims to like have the buffet and dine. And they did put a table somewhere right here, so you could put the cake here if you get a cake. There's a professional bar here, so it'll spawn a bartender. There's a dance floor. The bathrooms are in this section here, and then there is a second floor of the boat if you go up the stairs. And yeah, this is another like little buffet space area. I just thought it was really cute. There's a lot of detail to it, and there's a deck here with a hot tub. So you have a cute hot tub here, and they put the radio here, so I think it's like the outdoor like rock radio. So, and there's even some lounge chairs and stuff. So there's a lot for Sims to do at this lot. But yeah, I just thought it was a different kind of unique wedding venue, so I figured I would show it. The next lot that I want to show is called the Eastville Mall, and funnily enough, this is a lot placed down in a world created by the same person. So this is from My Sim Realty, and they made this world Cloverdale that I'm using to showcase all of these builds, and this is the mall that they made that's on their website. And I just thought it's really cute. I love the idea of malls in The Sims 3, and it didn't look too big where it would make your game like go completely dysfunctional, like it would go haywire and crash or something, because there are some builds like that where they're beautiful and ambitious but they're too big, but this seemed like the perfect size. I think this is a 50 by 50 if I'm not mistaken, but it has like nice detail here. I like the open space, so it kind of makes sense with the parking lot where cars have to drive through. It's very realistic, which I love realism. And we have some vending machines out here for Sims to get snacks before they enter the lot. And if you go down onto the first floor, this is where all the stores are. I think it might use some like store objects, but I could be incorrect actually. Let me make sure. We'll take a look through this. This here is a books register and a relics register. It's kind of just like a little store area. They kind of made it look like you can sit down and it's a cafe, but it's really just a place to purchase some things. And then if you go through this hall area, there is a photo booth, which is really cute at the end of this hallway. And then this is, I think, a consignment shop. This is a consignment shop. So if you want like an all-in-one type of lot with stuff as opposed to having separate buildings, if you want like a small save file, you know, then this is a perfect build for that. And they even emulated making like dressing rooms here, which is I love that detail. It's very cute. And then if you go over to this area, this is where I think it's okay. It does use store objects. Okay, I wasn't sure at first, but I remember reading and I'm correct. Okay, so there is a food register and a nectar register. So if you don't have these store objects, you could technically still use this lot because it has like the other things to purchase food and sit here. But this does specifically make it into a restaurant, and yeah, you can use like a full functioning restaurant within this build as well. And then if you go over here, there's a lot of stuff here. So there's a very tiny arcade in the middle here. So this is nice if you have like a whole family and they want to go out. You can use this lot and they can kind of disperse and do their own things. Now this lot here is perfect if you have the Savvy Seller collection, because if you put the register here and remove this consignment register, then you will be able to put the rugs down as well, and you can make it an actual like instrument store, like a musical instrument store. But yeah, so then the last part here I think is a cafe. And yeah, it's just the area for Sims to sit, have some drinks, relax, grab a snack. And I don't know, is there a second floor? There isn't. So this is why this lot's kind of perfect. They like kind of make it look like it's a really tall, big lot, but it's only one floor. And it just has like pretty much everything you would really need, in my opinion. There's even an outdoor seating section for the restaurant. I don't see any oh, there are menus. I lied. Okay, there are 2 menus like on each table here, so you could have Sims like sit here outside and eat during a nice day or whatever too. There's just so much to do in this lot that it's like a perfect day out at the mall. You know, like if you go out on a Sunday and you go to the mall, it's like a perfect build for that. So I just really wanted to show that for this video. The next lot I wanted to show is kind of in the same realm, but it's very tiny. It's like a 20 by 20. It's called El Plato. I think I said that correctly. It is by Cian on the Sims 3 Exchange, and it's a restaurant, so you do need the bistro set from the store. I did mention in this video a little earlier on that there will be quite a few lots using store objects. So yeah, this is definitely one of them for it to function properly. But I think it's beautiful. It uses like that, I think the greenhouse roof here. It looks very like slightly industrial but also botanical at the same time, and I just thought it was a really beautiful setup here. So let me put the walls down halfway. As you can see, there is the kitchen here with the store setup, and the takoyaki grill is actually here too. So you can use that object if you want to. Of course, all the tables are set up with menus. This here is the Savvy Seller the Savvy Seller register. You could remove that. I think it's just for a specific detail. I don't think it's actually meant to function. It's probably meant to just make it look like you're coming here to get a table with the host. You know what I mean? It's more for like just little details. There's also outdoor seating here. I don't think that these are meant to be on the table. It's probably an object that I don't have and it replaced it. But there is a second floor section with a bar and a little band space, which is so cute. And I don't remember these chairs, but I think they might come with the Pets expansion, but they redesigned them in such a way that they look so different to me, so I don't recognize them. But yeah, I think this is a really, really adorable lot. And it has multifunctional purpose, of course. Like if you don't want them to come here to eat, it could be a bar as well. If you don't have that store object, it probably still could function. It would just remove the store sets, of course. And then up here is a full-fledged greenhouse. So that's why they had like the greenhouse roof, because you can literally come here to also just harvest plants. So there's like so much functionality to this lot. I just thought it was really beautiful. I thought it was really, really cool. It's very small too, so it doesn't take up a lot of space in the world. Yeah, it's just a really nice lot. Next up, we have another residential lot that was created by the user Shady on Mod The Sims, and this lot is called Adventurer's Place. Let's go ahead and look at the lot. It looked really, really cool, and it was definitely something different from what I usually see as what's like considered a residential lot. As you can probably tell, a lot of this was from the World Adventures expansion, and I thought it was a really cool lot. This could definitely be like something really cool for even if you have roommates and maybe even just a big family and they live more of like an adventure lifestyle, and you have them living more like out in the tents and things like that, and that's where they sleep for the night, and they kind of live on this campground or something. I mean, you could always probably turn this into a commercial lot as well, but I thought it was a really cool idea for a residential house also. But let's take a look at like the indoor sections. As you can tell, I think the only place for them really to sleep is in the tents themselves, and then the rest of it, we just put the walls half down. So the rest of it has like some things you can do. So there is a like nectar cellar, or I guess indoor section for your Sims to just kind of relax and drink a bit and hang out. And then we have, let me check over here. So then this is kind of like an open bathroom space. So the bathroom is here. You would probably want to put actual walls here. I don't know if they'll actually use this if it's not blocked off, but yeah, there's kind of like an open bathroom to take a bath. And oh, look how they did this table. It's kind of, they made it look like it's embedded into the, it's kind of like a stone slab turned into a table that's embedded into the like actual foundation of the place. That is so cool. And then they have a nice little fireplace seating area and like a reading area because there's a bookcase there. And there is a kitchen. So there's a bed here though. Oh, there is a little bed section. Okay, but this is definitely a big house for like a large household. And I like the idea of it being a slightly sort of campground situation where they mostly are outside. And yeah, this is definitely good for medieval style, I would say as well, if you're doing medieval gameplay, because a lot of it would be sort of like outside living and maybe adding a chicken coop or something. You know, you can do sort of like farm life or something like that. I don't know. And there's even a pond. I don't know if it's functional because I don't know how you would access it, but there is... It's a lot of overgrown, like, natural stuff. And I love that they added the water tower sort of thing here. I don't think this is an actual water tower. Is this a real object? I don't even know. This could be a real object that's from Debug. I don't know. But, or from, like, Build By, or, like, you know, creating a world. But regardless, this just looks really cool. And they can dumpster dive on the lot, too. Obviously, she can't because this isn't her house. But, yeah, I think it's a really, really cool... just like residential like design idea. I think it looks really good. The next lot that I'm going to showcase is the last residential lot that I will be showing in this video. It is a very, very tiny house. It is called the Enchanted Cottage by L0808 on the Sims 3 Exchange. It's very beautiful. It does use quite a bit of store set though. So if you don't have like the fairy, I think it's like the Fairy Fae or something like that, like Fairytale set, they... Oh my gosh, look at this. Wait, what is this? What are those? Wait, are they moving? Oh. Look at this. I think they put... Look at these beautiful butterflies. What are these from? Oh my gosh, it's so magical. I didn't even notice that. That is so pretty. They must have put a spawner here. I never knew we had like glowing ones like that. That's so cute. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. The only object that I don't have, I think, that is supposed to be a part of like this build is some kind of lamp that's from a set, like a cottage or something like that. So it replaced it with this base game lamp. So it's not going to look like this if you have that lamp. And it's on like a 20 by 20, I think. It's a 10 by 10. I'm sorry. I placed it on a 20 by 20, but it's like a 10 by 10 lot. Very small, but very beautiful. Perfect for maybe like fairy tale or supernatural save files, or even medieval, because the way that it looks, so beautiful. But let's take a look at the inside. Let's go to the first floor. Now this is what it looks like here. There's a very tiny kitchen, but it's definitely like suitable, like it's functional. This is a store set here. I'm pretty sure actually like almost this entire like counter set is a store set. It's a tiny kitchen, really cute. And it has this tiny little dining table here. Then there's a tiny seating space. I don't think there's a television here. There isn't. So it's more just like a reading and like lounging space. Then you have a bathroom, a very tiny one, may I add. It's just like a half bathroom for downstairs. And then there's a second floor here. And this, it's kind of interesting. So there's a bathtub on the second floor. That's it. So they kind of made it look slightly medieval style, I guess you could say, or something a bit more like outdated, from like a much different century. So yeah, but it's really pretty, and you could always change it up if you wanted to, or even put like a little wall here, I guess, and put an actual shower or something if you don't like this. But I love this detail here. They must have went into live mode and played with this build after finishing it, and had a sim paint a still life photo of the house after it was completed. It's a painting of the house itself, and they put it into this. I think that's such a cute detail. But yeah, this bed and a lot of this stuff is from like that fairy set that I mentioned, so you would need all that stuff for this to work properly. I think this is from the Hacienda set, but I could be incorrect. But yeah, this house is so freaking adorable. I am obsessed with it. I want to use this for like all my fairy sims. With that one out of the way now, we'll actually take a look at a lot that was made by the same creator, L0808, and it's the same sort of style. So this is called the Fairytale Village. It's a 64 by 64. I will warn you, if your game cannot handle big lots like this, I do not recommend downloading it and putting it in your game, unless maybe you put it in a very tiny world like this. Then maybe if you do like a really tiny like sort of save file, it might be fine, because it has mostly rabbit holes, I think, in this part, but it does have functionality to it. There's like multi-functionality. With that being said, let's take a look at the lot. As you can see, it takes a moment for it to load into it because it's so large. Look at this lot. Look at this. Even if no one wants to like download this, I wanted to showcase this because look at the detail that was put into this. In The Sims 3, can you imagine how much time it took to build this? Like, I can't even believe it. But let's just take a look. There's a bunch of stuff here. So as you can see, this is definitely meant to be for like a supernatural or medieval or style, like a Renaissance style sort of save file, I guess. Because it's meant to be like it says, a fairytale village. So it's definitely meant to be like a whole marketplace. Now there are rabbit holes placed in this, but there's also other functional stores here too. So again, there's like a relic store here. Then there's, I think, a bookshop here. Yeah, there's a bookstore. And then here, I don't know what this, was this meant to be like a pet store? Oh, okay. So I think I don't have the pet set like that, so it turns it into a microwave. This is kind of like a kid's store, but they made it a consignment store. And yeah, it's really, really cute. The back here, we just have so much to look at. This is like a personal bar area, but it's also a nectar store, so you can buy like nectar here. And then I don't really know what's in the, we'll take a look at upstairs after we're done with the first floor. There's just so much to look at. Now this here is a actual bar. There's also a salon section, so you could get tattoos and you could get makeovers or give makeovers here as well. Then you have a whole area here that's for the ambitions, like sort of things, but there's even stalls for horses. So if you're using a save specifically where you're like horses are like your main type of like I guess vehicle, this would also be really good for that. And yeah, there's this. Okay, so this thing here, this is a lot of store stuff. There's a lot of store stuff here. So I don't know, I probably would even remove this because there's just so many here. I'd probably only put 2 and get rid of the rest. Moving on, We have this here, which is another food register, so it's meant to be a tiny like bakery. Now with this, you could probably, if you have the bakery store set, you could probably just put like the bakery register here, and then it would just function as a cute little like pastry shop. You know what I mean? That's really cute. And there's also like a little house here, maybe meant for like a merchant or something, which is really cute. Or it could just be a place for your Sims to take as a rest stop. And then there is a upstairs. I think most of it, oh my gosh, you can get married here? I even realized that. So most of it is kind of just like empty, and it's meant to look like there's more here. There's a sort of like little bed rest stop here, but there's a wedding space here for Sims to get married. It's kind of cool what they did here. They made this look like it was a smaller grand piano, but it's really just a keyboard with a dresser attached to it behind it. And there's just more stuff here that makes it look like it's sort of like a little inn, a little pub or something where you would come to stay for the night. And there's more stuff here too. This is more just for detail. This is probably meant to be like a class, you know, like maybe kids go to school here. They put a bunch of store objects here and things like that. This is from like that steampunk set, I think. But yeah, there's meant to be rabbit holes here, so I think they're all the way downstairs. Yeah, so this is meant to be an entire village, like they mentioned. There's only two stairway sets, unfortunately, so there's not a lot of like stair options, but there's a lot of things here. So you have, I mean, we could look from above, but so you have pretty much every rabbit hole that's base game here. The entire civic center. You have the bistro and the business, spa, bookstore, diner, grocery, school, stadium, and hospital and science lab. And while we're over here, I wanted to look at this. I've used this one before. This lot is so adorable. I found it on Mod The Sims a couple of months ago. It's called the Sunny Acres Campground Resort, and it's just so cute. It's on a 64 by 64, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, it's a resort. These kind of look like log cabins, so I see what they were going for here. It looks really cool, and they kind of matched it with that color. So it all looks really cohesive, like it's meant to be cabins. You know what I mean? It has, some of these are like the VIP rooms, so they are meant to be like tiny little cabins. So you have one over here. I think there's two of them, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe there's just one. I'm sorry. Okay, so most of them are rabbit holes. There's 4 of them here. And there's stuff to do like in between these lots, and then there's one VIP like cabin that you can use, and then here there's like a dock where you can go off and like kind of lounge, but you could probably fish off of it too. Huge lake to go fishing in though. It's huge lake, and there's so much stuff like all around here. It's so cute. There's a bunch of tents here too if you want them to use a tent, even if they like kind of just check in, and instead of using this they could sleep in the tent, you know what I mean? I never gone camping, but from things I've seen like in movies, it kind of like really looks like that. And you have like the lobby bathrooms. There's some things for Sims to do here, like read books, play chess. They can check in, and there's a very tiny buffet here. There's also seating here. So they would sit mostly outdoors to like eat the food. So it's more of like an outdoor experience, this specific resort. And then most of it is like, obviously you would probably want to go fishing or use the barbecue, or like if you have a picnic basket, you could come here and you have a picnic. And yeah, then there's a pool. So not only do you have a lake to go fishing and all these things, but you have a nice pool with a pool bar. How fancy. I don't know what happened here with the tree. I don't remember this being like this. This could be a glitch that happened when I placed it down. Again, though, if you go into edit time mode, if this has happened to you, you can just delete it. It's not, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, there's even a playground here for kids. So there's a nice playground here. The next lot that I want to take a look at, it's very cool, and it does need some store objects, I believe, but it does use the rabbit hole from Late Night, the Plum Bob Pictures backlot where you can be like a movie star and stuff like that. The lot is called the Starry Night Drive-In. As you can guess what it is, it's meant to be like a drive-in movie theater, like an outdoor movie theater. This was created by So Cool Sim, I think on it was either Mod The Sims or the Sims 3 Exchange, but I'll provide links for all of these, so it'll just take you right to it. But yeah, so this is so cool. So it's kind of meant to be like, they put a detail like in the description that basically come here to watch a movie or tour the movie, you know, the movie set. So it's meant to be like a tourist attraction sort of, and it's kind of like, oh, come here to watch specific movies. Now obviously I don't think you have to actually use the ticket machine. I don't think there is one because it's just an open lot, which is a nice different, like a different experience. It's really nice. And look at how cute this is. Of course, they put these chairs here because you can't really sit in a car and watch it, so you have to sit here. But the detail is so cool, and these are meant to be like the little parking spaces. They put like the vents from late night and just like a random, I guess, debug post, and they made it look like it's kind of where you would maybe pay or park and stay there to watch the movie. It's so cute. But yeah, so let's take a look at the inside of this lot. It's so cool. So here, this is just like a little, I guess, indoor like computer and station and stuff like that. There's also a photo booth here. There's some vending machines for food, a personal bar, there's a fridge, coffee machine, snow cone machine. So yeah, this is the rabbit hole. So downstairs is just the rabbit hole specifically, plus some bathrooms. But I thought the detail for this lot was such a cool idea. I've never seen a lot like this made for The Sims 3 before. I thought that it was so adorable. And I love the idea of like an outdoor like drive-in movie theater. I just think that's so cute. And last but not least, I will be ending this video with this lounge here. It's called Steamboat Sally's. And if you can guess by like the name, it is meant to be like steampunk. Now this was created by a simmer called Green Girly 100 on the Sims 3 Exchange. And of course, so with these, I should have prefaced this, but what I did was I put down like a 50 by 50 lot, I think, by the water, like on the land into the water. And I had saved from the Island Paradise pack some of the empty ports, and then I set it up with the houseboat, and then I plopped them down. It's very simple. It's a really easy way to just like plop down already made houseboats if you want to do that. But yeah, let's take a look at Steamboat Sally's. So this does require some store objects, as you can tell already. I think this is more so for like the aesthetic as opposed to use it, because it wouldn't like appear back in the spot again, I don't think. Unless you just want to float above using this, it might function. Instead of like leaving, you can just use it and just kind of like use the other animations that are on it, you know. But yeah, this is another steampunk boat, but this time it's a lounge, and it's meant to be like a casino. So you do need the casino store set for it to like function that way, of course. So this is the inside of the lot, and as you can tell, it's very steampunk. It's so cool. I love it. Now this obviously is kind of embedded into this, but it doesn't mess with the functionality of this lot. As you can tell, it already spawned a bartender here, and it is working perfectly fine. So it's kind of just like a cool little detail if you think about it. Like it kind of looks like it's part of the boat. But yeah, it has I think this is from the mill set. Yeah, you can go fishing here, but it wouldn't function properly, so I don't think this is routable. This is just for purely for the detail of the aesthetic of a steamboat, which I absolutely appreciate. I love, again, the gold and dark brown like wood tone and stuff like that, like the gold metal and the dark wood, or like the dark metal and stuff combined. And so there are some store objects, like I mentioned, of course the steampunk set, absolutely. And then we have here the roulette table from the store, which is for like obviously for gambling. And we have, let's see, is there anything else here? I think this might be from the store, but it is from the store, but I don't know what set it comes with. And yeah, this is pretty much that portion. And if you go upstairs, of course there is other stuff here. It's such a cute place. So there's two bars. So there's another bartender here spawned, but so there's two like bar spaces, so you have options. But this area is just like kind of a wraparound deck to get there. And then this is where you would enter to go to the hot air balloon. And I think you could use it because they have it open here, so it should be fine. But yeah, so while we're here, let's go up to the third floor. And there's just a couple of things here. So I think, what is this? Oh, what is that? I actually don't know what this object is. This must be from a store set. I never used it, but that's cool. And yeah, you can see the rest of the hot air balloon is there on the third floor. And you have from the steampunk set the telescope that you can look out at. And I think that's it. Like obviously you can move the boat and stuff. Like there's that thing there. And then there's kind of like a deck space, but you can't go out onto this. It's just kind of like, I don't know, like, and oh, we have the cannons. I think these might be from Barnacle Bay, but I'm not sure. But the detail, again, the detail, I love it. It is so, I don't know, like I love steampunk builds. Like I just think they're so awesome. And this one the detail that was put into it, like, I love the aesthetic, and it just makes me want to make a steampunk save so badly. I just want to do that so bad. And that will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you were able to find some builds, if you haven't seen any of these before, that you're interested in downloading, that might inspire you, that you can add to maybe, like, you know, a current save or something, or might inspire you to, you know, start a new save file with these type of styles and things like that. And yeah, of course, I will be providing links for every single build in the video description. So go to the description, make sure to click show more so you can see all of the links there, and you can go to each individual build to download what you want. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe. It would really, really help out my channel. I worked really hard on this video, so I really hope that if you enjoyed it, you know, show it some love. But yeah, thank you again for watching. I hope you have a good one, and take care. Bye.